Welcome, Neon Honey.
Hello, how you going?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to have you here since you are the first rock goddess from down under. So here we
Wow,
are.
that's so cool.
Yeah, I think you're the first rock goddess from the Southern Hemisphere.
Wow,
Yeah, I've got somebody lined up
that's
for
awesome.
from South America coming up, but mostly it's been Europe and North America. I guess there
Well,
was
there you go.
someone interviewed that was Russian living in Thailand, but we never did get to release that episode.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, please tell everybody about who you are and what you do.
Well, I'm Neon Honey from Canberra, Australia, which is the capital. Um, I make pretty much like all types of music, but I do sway towards rock like influenced genres, and I'm really enjoying like grunge, trip hop with rock elements.
Hmm.
And yeah, I am a very creative person. I like to draw, and I mean, I used to paint back in the day. I want to get back into it. I enjoy the outdoors and going to the gym, that kind of thing. But yeah, definitely music is my go-to for my expression and emotional release. So every day I try and either play the piano or the guitar, and yeah, definitely getting into nature as well, just to unwind.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
that's
every day that's an achievement with all of this stuff, everything else that you have to cram into a day. Ugh.
yeah, I think it's important, if you enjoy music, to play every day, or try to at least.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, thank you for like a rounded answer. I love getting to know like all these parts of everyone. It's the personalities that make this fun and interesting. And
Yeah,
yeah, so it's really cool. What was your background with painting that you were talking about? I do see a
I
lot.
actually brought some of them with me here,
Yay!
so I can show you some stuff.
Yay!
Um, I want to get back into this. Is like pretty old, and it's one of the first paintings I did. I love the wispiness of it,
Mm-hmm.
and the
I think Art
colors.
Nouveau.
It's pretty simple. It's so simple.
Yeah, beautiful colors.
I did it the wrong way around. I did the tree first and then the background.
Okay, so the tree kind
I
of ends
realized I should
like
have
a
done it the other
R.
way. Yeah. And then this one was probably my most recent one. I love spirals. I'm obsessed with spirals.
Hmm.
I find whenever I'm doodling, I'll always draw a spiral. I think it's just such a beautiful shape. I mean, it's not a true spiral, but it's more like an eye.
Oh yeah, it's
Um,
making me think of seashells, so I love that. Very Venusian.
yeah, it's pretty trippy. Yeah. And this is an old one, but yeah, I like the colors.
Oh, cool.
Sort of depth to it. Yeah. So, and then just like I like. Where's my sketch? This one is with pencil. It's like a few different types in here. I love drawing vines.
Yeah, I saw a spiral
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, there's lots of spirals in there. And then like nature inspired, obviously. I love
Yeah.
Moldy. And then oh, it's hard to find them all. Anyway, maybe we'll go back to that. Kind of got lost in here. I got lost in my sketchbook.
As one should.
Anyway, so this one's really colourful. This was with pencil.
Oh, nice. I love it. All those shapes, it looks like it's shimmering.
Yeah, it's cool. Hey?
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to get back into doing more of that because it's very therapeutic. But
Yeah.
yeah, been spending a lot of time lately just like making vocal samples actually. So
Mm. Yeah.
um that's
Art-
been a learning curve.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds really interesting. I want to know more about that right now. Tell us all about.
It's very time consuming. That's one thing. Um so okay, it took me a little while to work out the structure, but I'm gonna have like three main packs. So it'll be emotive, inspirational, and edgy. and
Hmm.
within those themes, there'll be like I made one in the inspirational pack called Embrace the Light, and there's a bunch of different phrases used. It's very like dreamy, ethereal style, this one. So lots of different phrases that are kind of motivational, and then I have like one or two hooks. And then for each, so there's phrases, ad libs, impacts, vocal impacts, hooks. Then I have like lead hook textures, and then there'll be triad harmonies as well. So yeah, and then you have to have doubles for each of those, and I probably just sell them for like $5 or $10, I'd say.
Hmm.
Just keep the prices down, and yeah, I just started a website yesterday to try and sell them. But yeah,
Oh,
it's a
so
bit of
cool.
a learning journey. I don't really know what I'm doing yet, but it's good to just get the products made at least, and then try and iron out the other details later.
Absolutely. That's so great. Yeah, I mean, everybody starts at the bottom. Kim Kardashian's career started as an underwear model, like not even
Oh,
sexy.
really?
Yeah, she started at the bottom,
Wow.
right at the bottom. So,
That's
yeah, look at her now. So we all gotta be underwear models for
yeah.
a while. But I, uh, yeah, I commend that a lot. It's really great to learn new skills, and when you get started, it's kind of like a little like, well, I don't really know what this is, but I'm just gonna keep going, and that's how you get good at it. That's it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you're gonna be good at it in no time. And
There's just so many different ways to go about it, like even just selling them, that kind of thing. Um, yeah, it's just so I just got someone upstairs distracting me. I can't think. I can hear someone talking.
well, that is so interesting. I have not heard about anybody else doing that. That is like, it's really fun. Think about like
Well,
how.
people sell the vocal samples through Splice and Epidemia Sounds, but they take a cut.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I'm not expecting to make a lot of money from it, like especially not straight away. But I think it would be a nice way to make passive income.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And it's kind of a collaboration, so it's really creative. Like you don't know how it'll
yeah,
like what it'll become. It's
yeah,
really interesting.
exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
okay, so when did you first realize that you loved rock and metal music and that you wanted to create more music like that?
Well, so growing up, my father's passed now, but he introduced me to all of the awesome bands. So we'd take like long drives, and he used to have this tape deck, and inside there was, you know, Metallica, Soundgarden, Black Sabbath, Nirvana, like all the live albums as well. It was really cool. And yeah, so we listened to that music, just like blasting that music or driving around in our old XF Ford. And yeah, it used to just be so much fun. And I just knew that, um, I guess from a young age, that rock music was for me. And also, I did used to listen to a lot of pop music when I was younger. But my sister also listened to more grungy bands like Korn, I guess like Limp Bizkit, and I used to actually stand outside her door with my tape recorder and record the music through the
So
door,
fun.
and then run away in my room and listen to it and try and work out the lyrics. So yeah, I started like not listening to Spice Girls as much as I integrated that music into my life.
That's
But I did like the Spice Girls for a while there.
yeah, yeah. I just said before that this was like my big like rock and roll Spice Girl collection, this whole series. Now I just need to find someone that can like 3D print us all as action figures with accessories
That'd
for our
be so cool.
stuff. Wouldn't that be so cute? I feel like
It'd
everybody
be
would collect
amazing.
those. Who wouldn't collect them? Have like a shelf of all your favorites.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
probably
sick.
need to learn how to 3D print and just do it myself. Okay.
Oh
So,
yeah.
like those like adorable like Japanese anime little figurines that are plastic and they come on little
Oh
stands.
yeah.
Yeah, like they're everywhere in
You
Tokyo.
would That would be amazing with like those silver outfits that you're wearing. You can make one of your
I would love to make one of myself. I've always
That
wanted
would
the
look
Tina
amazing.
I always wanted the Tina Turner Barbie doll. Like, no one has bought it for me yet. I am offended. And, like, I mean, I can't, like, make us into Barbie dolls. That's, like, already definitely protected territory. And so we're gonna be action figures instead.
So
Yeah,
cool.
that's a
I
really
actually watched your video clip the other day. The one that you posted
Oh, Shamaran?
on YouTube. Oh my God, it was so good.
Oh, thank
I
you.
loved it so much. I loved it
We
so much.
went
So
hog
mystical
wild.
and magic.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool.
I was like, I don't think that I don't know. It's just like you see the big labels kind of scrub and polish and pretty much destroy the vision of the musicians when they get their hands
Yeah.
on stuff, and like the music videos that those humongous labels put out are so boring. I never want to see
Oh,
any of
they
it.
are. That's all the same.
They're all the same. They're all the same. I don't know if they're all
Yeah.
directed by the same people or something, but everything's the same. And so it's like when you do it yourself, like it might be a little, you know,
But that's what makes it cool. A bit more rough around the edges and all the I love the filters and just all the attention to detail with the handmade stuff and just the special spaces that you create
I made
for
that beaded
the video.
pillow
It
and it
was so cool.
took me a long time to make that beaded pillow, several days. But
So
hopefully
cool.
hopefully it inspires everybody else to just abandon the production of these music videos because it's all garbage
Yeah.
and just like shoot it with their iPhone.
Get creative.
Okay.
Use cool little props, you know?
Make the props. Make the props out of
Yeah,
anything.
like this. I made
Yeah.
this, oh, not made it, but it's just a regular mic stand, but I've decorated it with like,
Yeah. I want it. That's
like
exactly
some
what I want.
leaves, some
Oh, with
crystals.
crystal on it. I love it. Yes.
It makes a difference, like it's better than just some plain old boring mic stand. Like just you can get creative. Like that's literally string.
Yeah. Totally. I
It's
completely
inexpensive.
yes. Perfect example. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
If Neon Honey were a movie soundtrack, what would the movie be about?
Okay. It would be not your regular style movie. I reckon like something really art house and weird. Like if you could imagine like
Mm.
Requiem for a Dream or
Mm.
just anything with a lot of spoken word and definitely dark, atmospheric, but moody and elegant, feminine, like
Hmm.
noir kind of style.
Ooh. Hmm.
Um, Lots of abstract themes. So I don't know. If I had to pick a specific theme, that'd be hard to. I would need some time. Probably the main character would be definitely, I reckon, a woman. Um, Maybe she's seeking redemption or vengeance of some sort, kind of like Kill Bill, Quentin Tarantino style, maybe,
Okay. So it's kind of
but
like a noir
a
kill.
bit more weird,
Yeah, yeah. This
if
one
that's possible.
totally a noir Kill Bill sounds very weird and fun
Yeah,
and moody.
yeah. Some fight scenes with, I think, because all the trip hop music that I've been making with the grunge and rock influences, I think would be perfect for any sort of fight scene or introspective moment.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, this brings me back to music videos, and I'm just thinking, like Kate Bush, when she won her arts grant, spent it going to mime school, which is how she developed her, fun dance.
Mime.
Yeah, yeah. And
That's so cool. Oh my
that's why
God.
her
I didn't know that.
dancing is like so unique and like whatever. And so I was inspired by that for the Shamaran video. I was thinking how like it would be great to take some classes in like some surprising mm, skills like that. And like so
Yeah.
maybe you should take like a however they teach martial arts for theater so that you can like create this fight scene stuff. I don't know.
Oh, definitely. I've actually been looking into belly dance and they do dancing with swords, which is cool.
Oh, please show the people this set to a new
Yeah.
soundtrack.
Yeah, that would be so much fun. I mean, like, there's some classes I can take that are traditional, but I'm into more contemporary kind of style dancing, I guess.
Mhm.
And actually, last night I went to a aerials class, which
Okay.
was fun. Yeah, but my hands. Sometimes this is another thing that's really crappy about I get like dermatitis sometimes, which makes it hard to even play the guitar. I don't have much of a flare up now, but
Mhm.
yeah, I just found that I couldn't like do the whole class. So I won't be able to do that, unfortunately, while it's so cold because it's bad in the cold weather, my hands.
Mm.
But definitely, yeah, belly dance. I was
Mhm.
thinking, I mean, I love to dance into it already. So I think that'll be like something very satisfying to learn.
Yeah, and, like, everything else that we're interested in as people, like, I don't know, just the variety of things, like, somebody was talking about, like, baking, like, I don't know, like and it was a very heavy extreme band, and I was just thinking later, like, what if you baked, like, like, a face and, like, ate it?
Skull cakes,
What?
like a skull cake.
Yeah, and, like, I don't know, just all of our interests in, like, how, because like, these things end up in our music anyway, and, like, how
Mm,
can you integrate them intentionally?
yeah.
Okay, so if you could collect 3 pieces of any band memorabilia of all time, what would you like to have?
Well, I love Amy Lee from Evanescence. So anything that she's worn in any of her film clips, anything she's touched, her microphone, anything, I would just love to own something of hers, a set list, whatever. Um, I love Tori Amos, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
has this piano that she uses. Actually, we have it here. So that dream has been fulfilled. This is what is it?
It's the same
This is my
model?
partner's piano. CP70 or was it 80? I'm not sure, but I always wanted one of those pianos, and we have one in our house now, which is really exciting. So that's already been fulfilled. It's not her exact piano. That would be really cool. Um, number three. Oh my god, I think maybe Kurt Cobain's cardigan
Okay.
from the unplugged um, live um, performance.
Mhm.
That would be cool.
You gotta play,
It's hard to
Tori
choose. There's so many like hmm,
yeah, you gotta play Tori Amos piano while wearing Kurt's cardigan, and
party,
then Amy Lee is, like, handing you, um
like a dress, like something lacy.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, there's some replica dresses online you can
Hmm.
get on like Disturbia, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Oops, I just woke up Furby.
Honestly, if you're gonna have an oops moment, let it be waking
He's
up.
snoring now. Sorry.
It's okay, the camera doesn't pick up those sounds. It has some setting.
It's so funny.
Um, okay, and if you could pick any bands for the lineup of a festival, who would you choose and where would you like the festival to take place? Your dream festival, you decide how many bands.
Oh my god, oh, that's such a hard one. Probably in like some crazy desert backdrop, even like the Grand Canyon or something. But
Hmm.
it would definitely be. Oh man, I just love grunge bands, and so like Dead or Alive, Soundgarden. Let me think. Deftones, Tori Amos, definitely. I love Bat for Lashes. I know they're not really rock, but I just love her.
Who?
So theatrical. Bat for Lashes,
Oh, Bat for Lashes, yep.
really theatrical, like her style, just like aesthetically, and her music is amazing. Definitely Evanescence. I've only seen them play once. I love Incubus, Metallica. Who else? So much Mudvayne. Oh my god, I love Mudvayne. Definitely Limp Bizkit, Corn, Stephen Wilson. Porcupine Tree, Perfect Circle, Tool. Oh, the list goes on. Oh my God, how many are the
So
ones I think of?
interesting to hear um, the bands that you're picking, and even like I think you like sort of described corn as grunge, and that is I've never heard anybody describe it that way. So it's like interesting the way that bands fit into genres differently in different parts
Yeah,
of the
they're so trippy. Like they've got these like real kind of, well, I guess it's yeah, they're an interesting one to kind of pinpoint. Like it is metal, but there's
Mhm.
like so much weird kind because they've got like the DJ and everything. There's like
Yeah, that's
trippy kind of
true.
trip hop elements, you know.
Hmm.
Um, and I guess I just kind of like all the pitch bending and stuff. I just like kind of consider that as grunge.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Amazing. Grand
chunkiness,
I
chunky
would
grunge. I don't know.
the acoustics in the Grand Canyon would probably be amazing. So I would
Oh
definitely
yeah,
for that Evanescence set especially.
and
Um,
just imagine a sunset.
yeah. What is your favorite gear and your favorite stage wear?
Um, I love anything fluffy like this. I like shiny things.
Mhm, mhm.
Velvet lace and yeah, just something you gotta have something interesting. I mean, it's a small kind of setup. I've got like a I use like a piano board for my desk with my laptop and um keyboard, and then I generally like sit this on the edge. It
Mhm.
looks good in the dark.
Yeah.
Um, I've got this braided steel cable that I love. I don't
Mhm.
know if you can see that.
Yeah.
This is very nice. Generally, the sound tech people get very excited when they see this.
Oh, yeah? What,
But yeah, it's like a metal braided cable. I love it.
oh, okay. So
Super
is it
shiny.
mostly about like, the set and props that it creates on stage, or is it, about, like, the brand and the model for this cable?
Yeah, I don't know. I like taking little bits from home, I guess. It makes me feel at home more.
Oh, I
Um,
love that. Hmm.
even like Furby. I mean, I haven't brought Furby, but he's always here when I'm like making music and stuff. And I don't know, he's just like a little friend.
That is such a cool idea, bringing, like, little pieces of your home to your performance as a extension
Yeah,
of yourself, and then, like, when people come and see you, it's like these are all little pieces of your personality, they're not entirely contrived the way that a prop might be for, like, drama and theater and everything. That's really
yeah.
interesting. Um,
Well, it's kind of like what I've seen some of your props. Like they're amazing. Like the paper mache things in the shrine. Like, do you ever take those to your gigs or?
well, they're things that live in my house already, and
Yeah,
then I start to work on the music video. So this is, like, relative to what you were just saying. Start to work on the music video, and I'm like, "Ooh, I really need, like, a glove that looks like a snake for this part of the playthrough," and I had this one spare glove that I could not find the other 2, and just, like, different things that were already existing, so it's like I sort of, like, live inside of the music videos anyway because it's all just stuff in my
yeah,
house. And
that's
so I
cool.
think that your idea of bringing it to a performance is really
Yeah,
interesting because 'cause you're like,
yeah. Just have it in the corner, like just like a little shrine or something. It's so
"Yeah."
cool. The candles and
I had some idea about, it was like I had done this installation art where I built a temple, and so, like, some of these pieces were in that, and you could, like, go and interact with the art and everything that you usually do at an installation, and, it's called the Temple of the Rock Goddess, and I was thinking about, like, what if I got a grant for a van, and I took this temple on tour, and I built it inside of the van,
oh
but then
yeah,
I just decided that this was, like there needed to be a different and more, like, updated way to do it, and that's kinda how I got to this interview series. But because we're still sort of in the temple, because a lot of this stuff came from the temple. Like, I maybe just need to turn this office back into the temple and then, like, and just make it like this, like the 90s, there were always those like science shows where they were in these outrageous settings where it was like, oh, like Bill Nye, right? Like you'd go into like the laboratory and it had like a fog machine and crazy lights,
Yeah.
right? Like I just need to create like the Bill Nye set of the rock goddesses. But no, I've never thought of what you did there and just like brought extensions of like what I do naturally.
Mm.
Or wait,
That's
maybe
what makes you so unique and individual. I love all of those like little videos you have with all your props and stuff.
huh. I don't know. Now I don't know how to
Yeah.
answer your question if I did it incidentally or if I did it intentionally. I don't
Hmm.
know, but now you've got me at least thinking about it consciously. And so it's like when we have someone come to see a performance or enter the installation that we create and we have the certain kinds of costuming on, whether it's a fluffy jacket or a Kurt Cobain's cardigan or like a lacy dress like Evanescence, all of those things are costumes. And you're really inviting people inside of a fantasy world for a moment. And to mix your home into the fantasy world, I think that people are very interested in personalities. And like our music is just like our voice, just that one of the ways
Hmm.
that we express ourselves. And so it's like when you're with someone in person or you're watching their video or, you're looking at their drawings and everything, like these are just ways to look inside of a personality. So, yeah, really interesting topic to like journal about and explore. Yapping. I'm yapping again. Let's get back to you. So, looking back, what was a big decision you made that turned out to be a great choice?
Um, well, I used to be a teacher, early childhood teacher, and I decided to leave that profession during, I don't like saying COVID, but during that time.
That time.
And there's something that good that came out of it because I started doing music like full time pretty much and quit that work after like 10 years. So now that I'm really immersing myself in my creativity completely, pretty much, I just feel like I am where I'm meant to be now.
Oh,
While it
amazing.
was great teaching, yeah, well, it was great teaching, and it
Mhm.
taught me a lot as well. I'm happy where I am now, and I feel like I'm slowly, I don't know, kind of understanding where I want to take things and just relaxing into it more. I do also play cover gigs on weekends,
Mhm.
which is good money. It's not exactly where I want to be right now, but it allows me the time in the week to do the things that I want to do.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that was a good decision. And there's so many more to be made. I don't know. I'm trying to decide whether or not I should move or to try living in a different state to continue doing what I'm doing. Or yeah, it's just so many options.
Yeah, there I can really relate to that answer, and I also wanted to say that the a very common answer to that question is actually when a rock goddess moves to a new place to support her music. Many people have said that was like a big decision they made that turned out to be a great choice. So maybe, um,
Hmm.
I mean, surely there, I mean, you can answer that question so many different ways, and that's the way they choose to answer it. So they mean that. So I think you should go for it. And then
Yeah.
the other thing is,
Or just travel at least a bit more.
yeah.
Have you got a van? You're saying you have a van.
No, it was like thinking about like if I were to like create this mobile installation and take what I was
Oh, okay.
thinking was like if I build the temple inside of the van, then I would drive the van to different festivals so that people at festivals could learn from the different articles and objects in it,
So cool.
like about more women in rock and like the history of women in rock. And
That's
uh
awesome.
yeah, I mean it
You should
sounds
go for it.
I need a grant. I need like $30,000. But like
Yeah, it's so expensive, isn't it?
I mean I could do it. I guess it's just like how much do I feel like doing it right now? Not that much. But
Yeah.
maybe in the future. I like the idea of it being like, like there was I don't know if you guys had this in Australia, but we had these things called the bookmobile, and it was a library built inside of a van or a bus, and they drive
That's
them
awesome.
like all over. Yeah, it was like these librarians on tour. And they were really fun. It was so exciting when the bookmobile came to your town. It was like almost as great well, I would say it was as great as when like
I
an ice
think
cream.
I remember that. Yeah. I think I remember hearing about something like that
Yeah,
maybe a
so
few years ago,
I
like
was gonna
5 years
kind of
ago.
it was kind of gonna be like an art installation bookmobile kind of a thing. So
That's so cool.
yeah, in my imagination it's so cool, but I don't know. I don't know,
No, it
but
is cool.
um
But even just having a van to tour around would be great with like everything in there that you need. So I feel like that's definitely on the cards for me. I have a van already, but it's not that reliable. So
mm,
um, yeah, I'm saving up for a better van. So then I'll be able to just like travel around a little bit and play in different
yeah.
states more.
My,
Yeah.
my mom had a van um that had mushroom shaped windows in the back. She sold it though.
What?
I know. I was like, what kind of person?
Mushroom?
Yeah, we were like children and we were like when she told us about this van, and I think she sold the van and then like bought a single engine plane. Which I
As you do.
trust me, as she does. I am the spawn
I
of
love
one pistol in the sky. So,
that.
um, okay. Anyway, let's get back to you. What is when you hit the flaming hoop in the circus that everyone has to jump through, like something is delayed or a van breaks down or a show is canceled, what kind of mantra or role model or memory helps you keep a positive attitude?
Well, I can tell you now, I probably wouldn't have an initial positive attitude. I'm
Nobody
very
does,
reactive
right?
and emotional, but I just love nature. I think when all else fails, you can just go into nature and return to source pretty much. So if ever I'm stressed or having a hard time, I just like to be outdoors and just grounded with the earth pretty much.
Mhm,
You can always have that. But if I was thinking of a specific memory, I don't know, my mum's very resilient.
mhm.
She's been through a lot, so I just contact her. I'm so
Oh,
like lucky to have her in my life, and she always has, I don't know, just this warmth about her and understanding. She's non-judgmental and just super supportive and inspirational. So yeah, my mum is pretty much who I go to when I need some support, I guess.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, I really feel
Yeah.
too. I my mom's a busy lady, but if I call, I usually have to call twice to get her on the phone. But she does like she is like the one that I go to when I'm. She's the only person that I call when I'm like,
Mums are the best.
they're the best. They're the best.
Yeah.
They really
So
are.
yeah, she gives me inspiration. I don't know. I have a couple of other friends who are like that too. That just have their shit together. So I can always just rely on them to give me good advice and yeah, just kind of ground me, bring me back down to earth.
Oh
But
man.
I can't really think of anything like a specific kind of scenario situation. But yeah, definitely just the women in my life that I find them, and my sister as well. She's just so grounding and just definitely need your sisters.
Yes, you do. I also my sister and I have we live in different time zones, so we just use voice notes and because we can't really make the phone calls happen. And so we have this imaginary thing we call the complaint registry. We call each other and we're like, "Sister, I need to register a complaint." And it's just like permission to whine and gripe and just vent. But my older sister and I definitely process things verbally. So we have all of the patience and grace for each other. And when you leave it as voice notes, you it helps you keep your train of thought and like you also know the other person can pause, so you don't feel like
Oh yeah.
you're like
I do
choking.
that too. Voice notes, they're the best.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's a performance memory that you'll never forget?
I've been performing for a while. I mean, like, I love performing at this festival. I'm actually playing in October though. It's called Dragon Dreaming. It's relatively local. It's in the most beautiful place in the world. I mean, maybe not in the world, but um, it's just it's the most amazing scenery in this valley, and it's a 3 or 4 day festival, and just I just love playing there. It's so welcoming and just so much fun. So
Yep.
anytime I've played there, I have a great time. I just think recently, oh, like this is a cover gig thing as well, but I played recently at this for St. Patrick's Day, and I was just doing like chilled covers, and there was oh my goodness, there was like 200 crazy drunk 18, 20-year olds just like dancing on the tables, throwing glasses, just going insane. It was just like these acoustic tracks that I was playing. The security guard had to come in and like calm everyone down. But yeah, that just kind of shocked me because I'm just like, why is everyone going so crazy? It's like they were possessed or something. Um, Even the owner come up behind me, he's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know what's happening." So yeah, that was interesting. Oh, I mean, yeah, just my old band, The Colors Are. We used to play a lot at the basement in Canberra, and that was like 10 plus years ago now. That was like my first kind of like rock experience in a band, and I'll just never forget those guys. I mean, I still talk to them occasionally, but we just had such a strong connection,
Mhm.
and yeah, I really miss that band. I don't think I'll ever have that again. So yeah, probably the Colors Are my old band. That's that stands out a lot. Um, like
Well,
performing
you
with
never
them.
know. You never know. Life is full of wild twists and turns, so you can never guess
Yeah,
you're gonna do something twice or once or many, many, many times. And
yeah.
you really don't know. And so then also about like cover bands, I know several people who are like on labels like Napalm Records or like Century Records, and they still keep their cover bands going because it pays and like it just works really
Yeah.
well for them because they love to perform. The gigs are local, so it's not like a huge pain in the butt. Like I think it's a if you can do that, I think that's a great option. Um,
Hmm.
so I mean, it makes
Yeah, it's
more
always
sense.
fun when I pull out like a Metallica cover. There'll always be that person in the crowd that's just like yelling out Metallica every
Yeah.
time. It's so
Uh-huh.
funny. They have to make it known. They're like, I know this song.
Oh man,
It's
that's
always
great.
just Metallica. It's always just Metallica tracks. People just lose their mind. You know, that
Good to know.
one or two people.
Good to know. Okay. So, last question after a long day of recording, touring, working out the kinks, what's your favorite way to take care of yourself?
Oh, I love baths.
Mhm.
I'm like a mermaid, I swear, from another like
Mermaid
life.
bath. Okay. So,
I love being in the bath.
when you're having a mermaid bath, what's your go-to scent? Are there crystals? Are you reading poetry? Do you have like a special tea? All of the details,
Okay.
please.
Tea is a must. I just always drink chamomile and peppermint tea. It's like my favorite. Can't go past it. I like any kind of like Epsom salts. I
Mhm.
use lavender. You can also get these like big giant tea bags that go in the bath.
Oh my god, that's
Um,
crazy. I've never heard of that. Where do you get those?
well, actually, I got them from the Czech Republic when I was visiting there with my partner
Ooh,
because he's from Prague, and his mother gave me a packet of these, and I still have them. So, but I was going to look online and get some more because you can
mm,
have it's all different types of herbs, like interesting herbs inside, and then yeah, you just steep that in the water, and
amazing.
yeah, it's
Okay,
like a giant cup of tea.
I will look for those, but I'm also gonna keep an eye out in case you find, like, the brand that you like. Send it to me.
I have it upstairs somewhere, but it's in written in Czech, so I wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
translate it. So
Uh,
yeah, that and then I definitely love candles, and I will listen to actually the other night I was listening to opera, which is interesting.
mm,
I got actually quite emotionally. I don't know what song it was, but yeah, opera can be very cathartic to listen to.
yeah.
But yeah, any kind of like trip hop style music, um, yeah, just to kind of get into a bit of a trance state.
Mhm.
So long as it's like extra trippy. um,
Love it. I'm
yeah.
definitely gonna look for those giant tea bags. They sound so cute. And I also love the
Yeah.
idea of going, like, really hard on, like, a mermaid aspect of a bath. Um,
Sparkles.
yeah, like sparkly bath bombs and, like, I don't know. I actually make these oh, man, you're gonna love this. Make, candles that look like seashells,
Oh, oh, okay. How'd you get the color like that? It actually looks like a seashell.
right?
That's
I
so
have, like, all these my house is crazy, and so I have all these things around, and so sometimes I forget which one is, like, a seashell or a candle or, like, an orange. But anyway,
That's
um,
awesome. What's it made out of? What kind of wax? Is
this
it
is
just regular wax?
beeswax, but I
Oh,
also
wow.
when I travel to different countries, which I do a lot for the art shows, I like to go to lots of holy spaces and get, like, buy all those little individual prayer candles, like the little skinny ones, and then I like to
Mm,
melt them in because I just think that they have, power, and
yeah,
so
definitely.
it's, like, mostly beeswax, like, I just order, like, several pounds of it online, and then
Hmm.
I also will, like, put other special things into it. It's a whole thing, and then, like, when you're using
You're
a
very creative.
it's just bursting out of me. I don't have enough
Yeah.
time for all of my ideas. But I, yeah, back to this mermaid bath, like, yeah, going, like, really hard on this. Sometimes it takes me longer to, like, set up the thing that I wanna enjoy than it does to, like, sit there and enjoy the thing. Um,
Like the vision. It's
like
all about the vision.
I know. Like, I ordered a pizza, but I'm parrot sitting for parrots, and so then I was like, "Oh my god, the parrots are gonna want some of the pizza, like, I'll give them pieces." And then I was like, "Now I need to take pictures of 4 parrots eating a pizza with me forever for me to eat the pizza."
It needs to be an inclusive experience.
It's a parrot pizza party. It needed to be
What's
photographed.
your parrot's name? You made a song the other day. I was listening to your story.
Oh.
It was like
Oh, yeah.
from Africa.
Oh,
Was it?
Athena from Africa, she's an African gray,
Yes. That,
and
that
and
was so sweet.
but that is one of the birds that I'm parrot sitting, although I have my
Oh,
in
okay.
I've decided that this year I'm going to have, like, a different goal for every year, and this year I decided I was going to, like, utterly trust my intuition, and when my
Mm.
friend dropped off these 2, extra parrots, spare parrots, I thought, "I don't think he's gonna pick them up," and I said as he and his girlfriend were leaving, "Pick the birds up," and she turned around and was like and I was like, "They're not gonna pick up the birds." And so then today I got a text message like, "Hey, do you mind if we leave the birds there a little longer?" I was like, "I'm definitely about to be a 4 parrot woman, and it's gonna be a problem."
Awesome. Are they all the same type?
Oh, no, there's, like, 2 conures, one's a blue crown conure, one's a sun conure, so it's like a blue and green parrot and a orange and yellow and red parrot, and then there's
Yeah. They're like this big, hey,
yeah,
roughly.
and
I
then
think my
there's
sister has one of those. One of my
oh, they're so
sisters.
cute, they're really cuddly, and then there's the
Yeah.
African gray, and then there's a cockatiel. Um,
Oh, okay. From
yeah.
Australia. Is that Australia? Cockatiel? No. No, it is.
Well, the cockati both cockatoos and
No.
cockatiels live there, I think.
Did you say cockatiel or cockatoo?
This bird I have is a cockatiel.
Ah, the little ones
Yeah, with the
with
cheeks.
the little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the crest.
Yeah, they're adorable.
But in Australia, you don't have pigeons, do you?
We do. We have
Oh, okay.
native pigeons.
Oh.
Yeah, they've got like a little thing on their head,
Oh my god.
and they're so cute. They're smaller than the British ones, I think. I haven't seen any of those ones, but they're introduced the obviously the British ones, but there are native ones. They're gorgeous.
I would go to
I
Australia.
love all pigeons.
I'm kind of a hobbyist ornithologist, and now I have, like, a zoo. But,
Good on you.
you know, I mean, at least they're all rescues. But I was thinking of, like, could I open a parrot cafe of rescues
Yes.
that could be adopted, and, like, people would come play with the birds, but, like, ultimately, somebody would be like, "I need to bring this bird home." And then I would just, like,
Yeah,
have, like have a way of, like, getting the birds into homes. Let's go
that'd be
back to
nice.
you, right? I mean, this is just, like, another idea. Should I put it inside a van and drive it around? But you do you have any new announcements for us?
Um, I just started building a website yesterday.
Right?
Um, through Canva. If anyone is watching this, they've gotten this far.
Mhm.
And you're looking to start a website, it's really easy.
Mm,
And I even bought my own domain name, which is I was so lucky to get Neon Honey Music.
mm,
And it seems to be it's only $26 a year, which is great. And you can like go in and edit it whenever you like. So I started my um website and I just need to set it all up properly and get all the buttons working. And from there, just keep making my vocal pack so that I can yeah, just try and push that out a bit more. What else is going on? I'm playing at Dragon Dreaming Festival in October. Um, yeah, I think that's it for now. That's all I can think of. I want to do more. I've got an EP coming out soon with one of my friends, Gibbonez. He's like my co-producer. He's just a wizard. So I mean, I love producing, but he has all of the gear and everything. So he makes it sound amazing, and he mixes and masters and produces with me. So um, yeah, he's actually a big part of my sound. So yeah, we're working on um, an EP together. That's all his music, but I'm doing the vocals. So
mhm,
that'll be out soon. I'll announce that soon. Um, and what else? I want to make some more. I'll do another film clip
mhm.
soon. But yeah, that's all I can think of for now.
Awesome. Many things to
Yeah.
look forward to. And where can everyone listen to your music and follow what you do?
You can listen on just like Bandcamp and like you can actually purchase music from there in iTunes. And then just all the other streaming platforms.
Mhm,
I do have some. I mean, Instagram is mostly where I have all of my performance videos, or most of them, short and long form content. I do prefer long form content because I like doing live performances. I don't much like to edit things too much or
mhm.
um, pretend I'm singing like lip syncing. That's not really my thing. I prefer to actually play live. So I don't know, I need to get some more cameras so I can get some better angles going on because people tend to love that, even
Mhm.
though it's a bit of a nightmare to edit.
Mm.
But yeah, so yeah, you can find me on YouTube for some performance videos, but mostly Instagram if you want to get to know me more.
Mhm.
And just shoot me a message. I love voice messages, and yeah, I like connecting with other women in music. Um, yeah, that's it pretty much.
Right. Yeah. There's probably some way to set up those cameras so that I don't know. I've never done that. I'm gonna skip that.
Yeah, you
Alright.
need like good GoPros and whatnot. I mean, I can get a couple. I've got some older phones. It would be cool though to have like a legitimate kind of like even just using a like an old camera of some sort, so you can get different angles and I mean different kind of like feelings, vibes from the cameras, and I don't know how to go about doing that, but
Figure it out.
yeah, yeah. Anyway,
So, let's play the vinyl game. And, here is, one band that, whose career really launched in Australia first. It got into the charts, I think it was, like, number 1 in Australia, Blondie, but it was one of Blondie's softer
oh,
or Kate Bush. One for you and your taste.
what's that? Sorry.
Oh, I don't know if I've explained this game. This is the vinyl game that we play at the end of every episode, and I hold up
Oh, okay. Sorry.
vinyl, and you will choose which one you wanna just say something about or ask a question about. So,
Well,
Blondie.
I love Blondie.
Okay.
My
What do you
mum listened to Blondie,
Mhm.
so I heard a lot of her music when I was younger.
Nice.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. First round was weird because I totally forgot to say why I was doing that. So, okay,
Oh,
Yoko Ono or Joni Mitchell?
I haven't listened. I'd say Joni Mitchell if I had to choose. I haven't really listened to any Yoko Ono.
Oh, okay.
I must admit.
Yoko's work is very experimental and sometimes even um arrhythmical, but
Hmm,
inventive. Yeah.
that sounds good. Maybe I should give it a go.
She has a couple albums and they're like they're all very different from each other and yet all very Yoko.
Okay.
What do you love about Joni Mitchell?
I don't. I'm not really that familiar with her. But again, I remember hearing it when I was growing up. Um, yeah.
Nice.
But I think you've actually roused my interest with listening to some music from Yoko. So I might
Yeah.
actually do that today.
Yeah. It's Yoko's music to listen to in the morning as your, like, brain is warming up, so it's probably the right time of
Oh,
day in Australia. Eurythmics
nice.
or a newer band called Sweat.
Eurythmics.
What do you like about Eurythmics?
Oh, it's just dreamy,
Mm,
just super edgy.
indeed.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, just they're awesome.
And then Joan Baez or darker King Woman.
What's the second one?
King Woman, it's a very, like, um
Please tell me about that.
yeah, it's
This looks
more
cool.
like goth and dark and it's a little doomy as well.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, yeah, I think you might like this. So your playlist for the day will be Yoko Ono and King Woman. Pretty inspiring stuff. I think you'll really like it. I always try to pick vinyl that I think people will like anyway. So Bonnie Tyler or Stevie Nicks.
Oh, who?
Stevie
What
Nicks.
was the second one? Oh, sorry, I was struggling to see because it's so small.
Oh,
Stevie
Stevie.
Nicks.
Oh, okay.
Stevie Nicks. I
Also
love the
dark.
witchy vibes.
Yes, yes. I wonder if Amy Lee
Her voice is just like so smoky and sexy. I love it.
That's true. And maybe she even
Mm.
inspired, the way that Amy Lee from Evanescence dresses.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well,
It's
that's
very
it.
kind of like so.
Thank you so much for your time today.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's
Yeah,
been so much fun.
it's been my pleasure.
Yeah,
Bye.
awesome. All right, well, I'll catch you on Instagram.